light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, shine. This the light, I'm gonna let it shine.
Glory and love. God possesses these two qualities in such abundance that He wants to overflow them into you and me. Just allow the mighty voice of God to speak to your heart today. And I'm talking about the voice of God that David describes in Psalm 29. The voice that shakes deserts and strikes with flashes of lightning. The same voice that can split trees in half and wipe out an entire forest wants to speak to your heart right now. And it's not my voice, it's His. Because without Him, I'm nothing but dirt. Genesis 2:7 says that the Lord formed man from the very dust of the ground. That's such a tremendous display of His glory and of His love that I could stop preaching right now. But it's all about the glory. And glory is not fame, glory is not making yourself a name, glory is sacrificing for others. That's why Jesus is the ultimate display of glory, because He is sacrifice. Today we're going to see that love is very similar, and that God's love is the compelling force that drives us to bring Him glory. And let me tell you something, I'm living for the glory, but He owns it. I'm just trying to make sure that my life story is bringing Him glory. God's glory is what convinces unbelievers to believe, and is what encourages believers to believe for the impossible. In Ezekiel 28, we find that Lucifer was an anointed cherub, an angel who worshiped God through music. But God had to cast him out. Why? Because Lucifer wanted the glory for himself. I'm living for the glory, but God owns it. Matthew 23:12, whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. We can't live for our own glory. We got to live for His. In John 12:26, Jesus says, whoever serves me must follow me, and my Father will honor the one who serves me. He's saying, don't waste your life living for your own glory, but live to bring His, because if you do, the Father will exalt you anyway. Glory and love. It's all about love. And love is not just what is said, love is not just what's in bed, love is sacrificing for others. Just like glory. If you want to bring God's glory on this earth, then you're going to need love to do it, because nothing is more compelling than love. You want a reason why your life should bring God's glory? How about broken bread? How about bloody sweat? How about spit to the face? How about whips to the back? How about thorns to the head? And how about 3 nails to a cross? What do whips, thorns, nails, all that really mean? Let me tell you what it really means. It means love. What compels you to glorify God? Love compels you. Why does love compel you? Because love first compelled Him to create you, to raise you, and to die for you. Let me tell you something, people. Love compels. I have this cup here that represents my life. It represents a life created to glorify God. Now, there are a number of things that put cracks and beatings in my cup. And when this happens, I begin to leak spiritual water. Now, God is always there to heal my wounds. Isaiah 53:5 says that by His stripes we are healed. But at this point, we can begin to lose the desire to glorify God. But if we could just remember the compelling love that Christ has for us, He will begin to display His glory in our lives. You'll start to see His glory. You'll begin to feel His glory. And you'll begin to touch His glory. And in that intimate moment with God, He overflows your cup. Once you are fully compelled by His love to make a decision that your life's purpose is to glorify God, He will begin to use you in mighty ways. For 1 Corinthians 13:13 says, now these 3 remain, faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. Jesus was compelled by love to die for you so that you could be compelled by love to live for Him. If I'm worth dying for, then yes, this God is worth living for. God has called me to become a youth pastor one day. God has called me to a Christian university. In other words, God has called me to bring Him glory. But right now, God is calling you. He wants to make the limit limitless. Will you choose to glorify the Father with the way you live your life? Jesus, the Son of God, was so strongly compelled by love to bring glory to the Father. And today, one question remains. Are you compelled by love?
This the light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, shine. This the light, I'm gonna